so this is going to be an update on my TTC journey. If you watched my previous video, then you saw an update since my surgery. So last month was July. It is currently August, like the 5th or the 4th or something like that. So in July, I had my 7th IUI. And during that time period, I learned that my insurance was no longer going to cover anything fertility related for me, which I thought was stupid, because I'm like, I finally found out that I'm not unexplained, and now you want to tell me that I have met my limit. You have met your lifetime limit for medications. So it kind of threw me for a loop, because I was like, this doesn't make sense to me. This doesn't make any sense, because y'all will cover surgeries for staying, y'all will cover all kinds of medications, y'all will cover surgeries, y'all will cover this and that. But when someone has something that is actually wrong with them, that they did not put on themselves, you say, you've had enough. We're done, guys. So anyway, so that put me into the position where I had to pay out of pocket for my medication, instead of paying like $50 for 3 boxes of Gonal F and a trigger shot. $50, that is what I was paying. $50 for 3 boxes of Gonal F and a trigger shot. So this cycle came along, and I was no longer paying those great prices anymore. I had to go out of pocket for everything. So a box of Gonal F, 1 box of Gonal F 300 unit pen is $300 at the fertility clinic, the fertility pharmacy that I use. And the Abadryl that I need is close to $200 some. So luckily, God willing, I had 1 more shot in my refrigerator, and I had 1 thing of Abadryl in my refrigerator left. So I used that for that cycle. But it was just so, it was just so frustrating, thinking that you pay so much a month for this coverage, and it's not covering. It's not doing what it needs to do when you really need it. And I was trying to explain this to the lady on the phone. I was like, you know, I felt like it was kind of useless now, because now I know I have endo, and now I know, like, my doctor can kind of like maneuver my treatment around that. And I felt like I was kind of missing out on the opportunity to be able to fully treat and fully, like, just get the desires of my heart, which is a baby. So anyway, that cycle, we did another IUI. We did our 7th IUI. I know that is a lot, and I know some people would stop doing IUIs after like the 3rd one, because their doctors are like, hey, we're 3 and done, and then you move to IVF. But I don't have that luxury. I can't just move to IVF, because we don't have any local IVF clinics. I would have to go to Raleigh and Durham or Chapel Hill to get IVF. But now my RE is starting to do, like, they're bringing in more people to start the IVF process for her clinic now. So if this next IUI doesn't work, we're about to go partake in IUI number 8. So I'm hoping that it'll work. It was so hard trying to come up with medicine. It should not be this way. It really shouldn't be this way. I go to work, I pay my taxes, I pay for my health care. It takes all this money out of my check every month, and it shouldn't be this hard for somebody to be able to get medication for a disease of their body. Because infertility is a disease. No matter what people say, no matter what people are like, well, you don't really need it anyway. You know, it's cool. You can live without that. Regardless of what people say, it is something wrong with us that have to suffer from infertility. So our infertility should be covered. You know, we're not out here trying to, I'm not out here trying to become Octomom or anything like that. I just want to have like 1 to 2 babies, maybe possibly 3, and have a happy little life with my happy little family. That's all I want. And I have the means to do so. So, and it kills me. It kills me when I go to work and I see people who let their kids just wander the street. I see people who are abusing their children. I see people who are doing so much horrible things. So yeah, it's just kind of frustrating when you're at a point when you finally figure out what is wrong for you, and now your insurance won't cover it. But So we are currently about to do our 8th IUI cycle. Like I said, it's been really hard trying to find medications, and especially since my doctor's office is now a part of the hospital, so they're not allowed to accept unused medication from other patients, because if you know anything about fertility medications, then you know it is extremely expensive, and it has been a struggle. But we found a way. We found all the medicine that we needed for this cycle, and maybe even a couple of more cycles coming up. So, and hopefully, well, if this one doesn't work, then the IVF trials may begin, maybe getting started at my doctor's office. So maybe I will be able to be a part of that if this doesn't work. But I'm hoping that it works. I hope every month that it works, and Jason hopes. I feel so bad for Jason because I feel like it affects him. Like, it affects me, but I feel like it affects him a little bit more because he's so like hype, and he's so excited, and he's always wondering about like when you're gonna test and when you're gonna do this, and he's like he just really is really like invested in this whole process, and it kills me every month to tell him like it's another no. It didn't work again. But I do know when I get pregnant again that I am not going to tell him for a couple of months, that I'm just going to, like, you know, go to appointments and make sure everything is going like it's supposed to. And then I will surprise him a couple of months into it, instead of letting him know as soon as I know, because I don't want what happened before to happen again. So, I mean, I will make videos about it, but I won't post them probably until I am sure. And you can never be sure no matter what, but I just feel like, I don't know. But, oh, and I also found a new church to go to, because they had like a officer prayer service, like a police prayer service the other day with this church. And they're doing this thing where they adopt a cop. And the lady who adopted me, she was like, I'm gonna pray for you. So she pulled me in the corner. Bruh, when I tell you, I was about to cry as soon as I started walking over there, because I was like, you know, I don't want to tell this lady to pray for me because I lost my baby, or pray for me because I want to have a baby, or pray for my infertility or stuff like this. And she started talking to me, and I just felt like so open and so connected, and I just started crying. And the lady's just praying for me. She's like, baby, you're gonna have another baby. And it just, I don't know, like, I really had a connection with them at this church, and I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna try it out Sunday, so hopefully it'll be another great time, as well as the one I had the other day. Because that day, I've seen churches where they're fun and where they're like really like interactive, and they really make like people that are younger want to come there. But this church just felt so open and so welcoming, and I felt like it's a church that I could probably take Jason to, and nobody's going to give him a side eye like what happened at the last church that I was going to join, because he came up in there and people were just like, who is that? Like, why is he here? But yeah, so I'm excited about this cycle. I'm excited to see where it leads us, and we will be doing another IUI. Currently cycle day 7, so I just finished off my last Femara, and I'm hoping that this is our go. This is our time, because y'all, this is just such a frustrating journey to go through. But if you ever feel like you need if you ever feel like you want to talk to somebody, or whatever, like, I will answer your questions about all this stuff. Like, don't feel like you're scared or you don't have anybody to talk to, because you have plenty of people. If you do email me, I will point you in the direction of some groups that I'm in and stuff, because this journey, you really need a support system. And if you don't have a support system, you're going to be a wreck, and you're going to be so depressed and just such a horrible person, because you feel like you have to put all this on yourself, and you don't have to put it all on yourself. There are other people out there that will take this burden off of you. They will hold you up like Atlas held the world up. So, you know, guys, I'm sorry for the rants and things in this video, but I had a lot. I had a lot on my chest, and I'm glad for it to be out now. So I will talk to you guys soon, and I will talk to you guys with more updates, because to try to figure out what exactly we're gonna do this cycle and whatnot. I know we're gonna do an IUI, but like what medications and stuff. So anyway, guys, I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.